Welcome to Mishna study, Masechet Orlah Perek Gimel Mishnah Yod. This is the last Mishnah of Masechet Orlah, and we're going to speak about different laws that apply in Israel and Chutz La'aretz, right? Better yet, Israel, Syria, and then Chutz La'aretz. Those three territories. We're going to speak about Hadash, right? Hadash is new wheat. We're going to speak about Orlah. We're going to speak about Kilah Kerem. So Safek Orlah, a person has Safek whether something or not is Orlah. Right, the way Rambam explains this Mishnah, a person goes to, he sees a field, right? He sees Orlah trees planted in this field, and somebody has a little stand, right? A shop outside selling these fruits, outside in the stand. Do you say, oh, these fruits there, I'm not sure. They may have came from his field, maybe not. Maybe they're Orlah fruits. So if you're in Israel, right, you're in Israel, these guys stand up in in Jerusalem, right outside his field, asur. That you're not allowed to buy, right? Safek Orlah is asur. Ubesuria mutar. If it's in Syria, you're allowed to buy. Ubechutz la'aretz yored v'lokeach uvad shelo yirenu loket. Right? In Chutz la'aretz, you can be standing there. The person can go into his field, right? The owner go into his field. He's coming out with fruits from his field. As long as you didn't see him picking it off the tree, the Orlah tree, it's a safek, enough of a safek where you could go ahead and say, I could go ahead and buy it. Right? That's when it comes to Chutz la'aretz. Now, why so? The Mishnah is going to explain in a second. Kerem, let's say also you have a vineyard. Shuna tuyarak, you have vegetables planted in that vineyard. Okay, this is kilah kerem, you benefit from that in Eretz Israel. V'yarakim karchutzelo, and vegetables are sold outside in that little stand. Ve'eretz Israel asur, Eretz Israel not allowed. It's asur, safek doraita, chumrah. Ubesuria mutar, in Syria it's allowed, right? Because it's considered, chutz la'aretz in this regard. Ubechutz la'aretz, when it comes to total chutz la'aretz, yored v'loket uvad shelo yitkot bayad. The person's allowed to go ahead. And he could buy these vegetables as long as he doesn't see the person actually picking it from the field, right? Even if the guy's coming out with a basket worth of vegetables from his field and putting it on the stand to sell, he's allowed to go ahead and buy it. Hadash, asur min haTorah b'chol makom, right? A hadash, right? This is new wheat, so all wheat that grew. Right, and you'll see it had to, grow. We'll see these laws. It has to grow a third. Once it, if it grows a third in the ground, it's part of last year's crop. But if it didn't, then we treat it all new wheat that grows after, right, the korban haomer, hata omer that we bring on Pesach, right, is considered next year's wheat. Right, so and then every year we come and we bring this hata omer on Pesach, and it allows us to eat all the wheat. Right, this is the first korban that we're bringing, the first mincha that we're bringing from the new wheat, from the new crop. Once we bring this in the Beit HaMikdash, then we could go ahead and eat all the new wheat. Right, today this law still applies. Right, we just don't have the hata omer that we're bringing, but we wait, we say the whole day. You just have to wait the whole day. But the next day, second day, Pesach, you go ahead and you can start to eat all the new wheat. Now, if you go ahead and you're buying, you harvest, right? You pick some new wheat you go out to your field on, afterwards, after Shavuot, several weeks later after Pesach, and you go ahead and you harvest some new wheat and you grind it up and you want to make it into into bread, pasta, whatever you want to eat. You're not allowed to do so, right? You have to wait till the next Minchata Omer, next year's Pesach, to allow this wheat, right? This law applies today, right? And it's asur min haTorah everywhere. It's not something that just applies to Israel. It also applies in Chutz La'aretz. It's something that we need to be mindful about. Even today, when you have law Yashan, right? Yashan, a lot of times you see that sign Yashan, right? That's a law that applies today, Yashan. When a person is not so makpid, he's not so careful whether something's Yashan or Hadash, it should be, out of an understanding that I know that until it reached the shelf, I know it's for sure going to be something that's Yashan. Or Chamudia is a safek sefeka, that's involved. But the law of Hadash and Yashan applies in Chutz La'aretz, right? And it's asur from the Torah everywhere. Right? This is actually the opinion of, I think it's going to be Eliezer who says this opinion. But we over here see it's a Stam Mishnah, and most Rishonim, Harambam, Shulchan Aruch, Posek, halacha is deoraita. Hadash is asur, Hadash and Yashan are asur deoraita everywhere, even in Chutz La'aretz. Veha Orlah, when it comes to Orlah, it's halacha, right? Meaning what? In Israel, it's deoraita. In Chutz La'aretz, it's halacha l'Moshe Sinai. right? In Israel, Orlah is considered Doraita, right? The pasuk says, "Kitavo la'aretz untatem," right? Va'araltem oratot brio. When you come to Israel, laws of Allah apply, right? But when it comes to Orlah in Chutz la'aretz, why are we mekel? Why do we say you're the safek? You're allowed to go ahead and buy it because it's halacha Moshe Sinai, and this halacha Moshe Sinai, when it comes to a safek, we're going to treat it lekula. Right? It's interesting that we're treating halacha Moshe Sinai. When it comes to a safek, you're allowed to be mekel, at least over here in the laws of Orlah. V'hakilayim, right? Kilayim also mideoraita only applies in Eretz Israel. How do we know? So the pasuk says lo tizrak armecha kilayim, right? Your kerem. Where's your kerem? Right? This is also similar to the language in the Shemitah and the Shvi'it, right? Where it says sadecha lo tizra v'charmecha lo tizmor, right? Your sadeh, right? Your kerem, right? And this is all talking about those of the Shvi'it, which only applies in Eretz Israel. So to over here, the kilayim only applies in Eretz Israel. Now, when it comes to Chutz La'aretz, when it comes to Chutz La'aretz, so the laws of Kil'eh HaKerem, right, of a vineyard, Kilayim of a vineyard, Hachamim made a gezerah because it's a sur deoraita in Eretz Israel. You're not allowed to benefit from it. There's a sur hana'ah. You're not allowed to benefit from Kil'eh HaKerem. So they made a gezerah in Chutz La'aretz that also you're not allowed to go ahead and benefit from Kilayim of a vineyard in Chutz La'aretz. That's when it comes to kilayim of a vineyard. What about other types of kilayim? Right? What about kilayim just distancing? You're not planting seeds in a vineyard, but you have to distance an X amount. We said that distancing from a vine, how much space you need to leave, or regular kilayim of ziraim, of seeds, right? That we planting together, not in a vineyard, right? Those are allowed in chutz la'aretz. Many people, don't necessarily realize this. The laws of kilayim, only the laws of kilayim in a vineyard apply in chutz la'aretz from midrabanan, but other laws of kilayim of the fields do not apply in chutz la'aretz. But when it comes to the grafting trees, right, or when it comes to the kilayim, shanez, right? All those laws that applies in chutz la'aretz as well, anywhere, and you're lokeh, right? You're lokeh on kil'ei zra'im in Eretz Yisrael from the Torah. That's how Rambam explains, and that really sums up our masechet. Our masechet Orlah, Brich Rachaman Desi'an. Congratulations to all, and we're going to start in an upcoming days, Masechet Bikurim, which is the last Masechet in Seder Zera'im.